Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Yahweh double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who do well. Peace and salutations to the Akim doing the work in truth and in sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Amawan Ariala with the DMS 9 Heroes Camp. And today I just wanted to go into, I'd bring you the title right now. The title I had for it was, How Does That Cup Taste? Okay, and this is in regards to Esau, Edom, and the Neo Babylon, receiving their judgment and their just deserts for the things that they've done to the nation of Israel. Okay, the Lord has not forgotten, and He has already prophesied the downfall of Edom and Babylon, right, or AKA Basra, however you want to view it. Okay, this place is set to receive the Lord's judgment. All right. So, if you don't know, right now America's, is in a hole, big time. You have different nations that hold American bonds and hold American debt, and they're trying to sell that debt off right now. Okay, which will, put America in a very, difficult situation. Okay, because really America doesn't have the money to pay back or to cash in on those, on those bonds. All right. So I'm going to play a little video. This chick's going to go into it and she's going to talk about the state of America, okay? And, how the people here in America are feeling, man, due to what's going on financially, in regards to the economy not doing so well. All right, so let me play this video. And, once again, this is fair use, fair use. I'm not making any money off of this. All right, it's just for educational purposes only.
Bad when entire generations like Gen Z and millennials are just basically throwing up their hands and saying, what's even the point?
This is what I'm struggling with in America right now in my 20s. Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills. At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? In Myrtle Beach, a one-bedroom apartment is $1,500. How?
And real quick, I remember I used to be able to rent a three-bedroom apartment for only $750. Now you got people paying rent. All right, uh, uh, young adults, young Americans with college degrees have to work menial jobs, right, just to be able to pay for their rent. Okay, there's almost no, there's work, but a huge population is suffering from not having a job, or working too many jobs and burn themselves out. Okay, and this is America. This is supposed to be a land of opportunity. It's supposed to be a land where milk and honey. All right, but people are upset, man. Let me grab a preset real quick. The people are mourning. All right, they're upset in regards to how the country is being ran. All right, they're not happy. Okay, this is Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, which we know the righteous are not in authority." All right, it says the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, and we see the people are mourning right now because their cost of living is sky high. They can't afford it. They have to work two jobs. They can't take care of their families, or even if they are taking care of their families, it's very hard, to really sit there and spend time with your family, like your kids, like you really would want to because of the amount of work that you have to do just to maintain your rent, light bill, phone bill, car note, insurance, so on and so forth, man. All right, you used to be able to just, afford these things really on a medial income of $35,000, $40,000. Now a person making $77,000 a year, they can't even afford to live, man. All right, which shows you the deprivation of this place. It's going down the drain, man. Okay, it's TTD circling the drain. All right, but you still have your leaders that will have you believe that America is doing great, is doing fine. But when you talk to the average Joe, the average person, the average blue collar worker, they're suffering, man. They're mourning behind the amount of bills and taxes that they have to pay on loans and so on and so forth. So let me finish playing this video.
we all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine, and then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's going to get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels like we're working off for nothing. Do we need to move somewhere for a better job opportunity that we don't know about? Do any of y'all really know what you want to do with your life right now? It is so scary being in America right now.
What am I doing wrong? I work every day and I'm still broke. Like, I have a decent job, I make some decent money, but I live out here in Cali. Like, bro, as soon as I get paid, I have all these bills stacked up, bro, that shit wipes me clean. Like, fuck, I got no money left over. Making 100,000 a year doesn't get you anywhere nowadays.
Hi guys, I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was 80 freaking dollars already. I literally have $10 left on my account. So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still nothing. Like, what the f going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing up. But man, my bills are not going to wait.
Y'all, I just went today and got my driver's license renewed, my car tags renewed, picked up 2 prescriptions, and got a few groceries. To say that I'm completely broke now is an understatement. So I'm going to have to go home and start selling off my furniture to be able to live the rest of the month. I mean, that's just, it's unbelievable. And my heart hurts today. Truly hurts for people who are not able. And we're living in some rough times, really rough times. And we need to be praying for all those around us who are not as fortunate as we are to be able to do the things that we need to do. I'm not talking about extras. I'm not talking about going on vacation and doing fun things. I'm talking about living, taking care of your vehicle if you can even afford a vehicle, putting groceries on the table, buying medicine, the things you have to do. It's sad. It's very sad.
Yeah, it's a really sad thing here. You know, we have a generation that is right now trying to survive in the US, and they're doing it at a time that it is so difficult with the rising costs. I really do feel for the younger generation and even for the older generation. I mean, you're hearing the stories here that it's just so difficult right now. You go and do a few things and it's like your bank account is empty. And that is the reality. Money goes by so quickly. And the reason why is because primarily, in my opinion, wages have not kept up here in the US. That's a fact.
Well, Scripture says the reason, if you're Israelite, the reason you ain't got no money is because you're not worth of a curse. And when you make money, the money that you make is as if you don't have it. It's like you're putting it in a bag filled with holes, right? The moment you put something in the bag, when you look in the bag, it's gone or half of it is gone, right? You get paid, you pay a light bill, you pay your rent. Shit, you probably only got $20 left to yourself, $100 left to yourself. It's not living, man. That's part of the curses, man. Right? We weren't put here in America to thrive. We're put here to serve our punishment. It's the book of Haggai 1 and 6 says you have so much and bring in little. Yea, you eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag filled with holes. So the moment you get paid, that money's coming right back out the bag. Because there's always something that you gotta pay, man. That's what Esau's doing. He's wearing out the saints. And he's wearing out his own people too, because you know, hey, we had to drink of that cup. Okay, which, as a matter of fact, let me get that precept. We had to drink of it. Okay, but now America, the so-called Edomite, the so-called American, is now starting to feel what Jake, the Israelite, has been experiencing here in Babylon, man. All right, not getting paid enough to take care of his family. All right, your interest rates on loans are fucking ridiculous. Okay, and then the damn devil, he won't even allow you to, own your own business. I'm talking about, you know, way back in the day. I want to say in the 60s, 70s, even today, man. All right, Esau doesn't want to see you thrive. This is why he came and bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma, because Jake was actually thriving without him, and he didn't want that. But let me grab the book of Jeremiah 49 and 12. Okay, and it reads, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken." Yeah, that was us. We weren't supposed to drink of the wrath of the Lord because we knew the Lord. The Lord told us what was required in order for us not to receive his wrath, but we did the opposite. So we had to drink of that cup. The Lord scattered us amongst all these different nations. All right, he made us an astonishment among the nations. All right, the Lord delivered us. It was a great deliverance out of Egypt, and to see the state that we're in now, amen. That's a downgrade. But the Lord's saying that He's going to flip it. And He's going to put it on our enemy. Watch. It says, "And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra, and Basra is the capital of Esau, Edom's nation, Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste." And it's talking about America. Okay, this is the chief place of Esau, Edom, and it's going to be destroyed, man. It's going to be a desolation. Why? Let's go to the book of. Let me see here. It's the book of Psalms 137 and 7. It says, "Remember, Lord, O Lord, the children of Edom," which we know today is the so-called white man, "the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof." Right. When we're being invaded by these different nations, man, Esau, Edom was right there cheering them on. Yeah, destroy them, bring them down. Verse 8, "Or, O daughter of Babylon," see how it relates Edom, the so-called white man, to Babylon? "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone." And the Lord's going to put a certain spirit on us for us to do that. All right. The Lord's going to put his anger upon us, man. Okay. But the Lord's saying, look, I'm going to destroy you for what you did to the children of Israel, man. All right. Esau's hate tore perpetually, man. He didn't slack off. Like, yeah. He didn't ease off. He didn't take his foot off the gas, man. He kept on going with it. Made situations worse for us, right? Just about that one. All right, so this is the book of Ezekiel 35 and 5. It says, because, matter of fact, let me go up. All right, let's start at Ezekiel 35 and 3. "And say unto it, thus saith the Lord, behold, O Mount Seir." Mount Seir is the nation is the land of Esau, Edom, Basra being the capital, right? So it's talking about, or is being related to Edom, so-called white man. It says, "I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay the cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred." and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and even blood shall pursue thee. If thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Okay, and I will make Mount Seir desolate, and cut off from him, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. So the Lord's coming to really just fuck this whole place up, man. All right, because his hatred for Jake it never eased up. He kept his foot on the gas, man. All right, let's go back to the book of Psalm 75. We're just bringing out precepts to show why the Lord is going to bring judgment upon Edom. All right, and what's going to be that actual judgment. So it's the book of Psalm 75 and 8. It says, "For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall drink them out and drink them, shall wring them out and drink them." Right. So it's talking about Esau, Edom, the wicked of our other people and the other nations, man. Okay, that judgment, which is going to be what? Thermonuclear destruction. The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. This is the judgment of Babylon for the controversy of Zion. Okay, this place is going to be devoured because they have devoured us, man. Listen. Right, the book of Jeremiah 30 and 16 says, "Therefore they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey." Yeah, we drank of that cup. We had to go into captivity. We had to serve you. We had to endure your wickedness. So now, guess what? You're going to be in the kingdom. You're going to be what? In captivity, but we're going to do it in righteousness, man. Okay? Man, you're gonna wish that you never put your hands on the children of Israel. Okay, real quick, let's go to the book of Psalm 75 and 8. Okay, that mixture. Okay, see here, going back to verse 9 says, "But I will declare war forever. I will sing praises to the Most High of Jacob, the God of Jacob, the power of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked, all the power of the wicked shall be what? Cut off. All right. Also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous, the power of the righteous shall be exalted." Okay, and that's the Most High. All right, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the power of the nation of Israel, man. All right, and his name is going to be made known throughout the whole earth. Esau, you got to drink of that cup, buddy. All right, and I wonder how that cup won't taste for you. Are you going to be able to endure like we did? We don't care, okay? Because the Heavenly Father, man, he's delivering us out of our judgment, out of our captivity. This is the book of Isaiah 54 and 7 says, "For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but the everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee. Okay, saith the Lord thy Redeemer." Okay, because the curse is when you read Deuteronomy 28:68 that it says that nobody shall redeem you. Right, because the only person that would be able to redeem us from this captivity is Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai. No regular man can deliver us out of it. Okay? So the Lord will lift us edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakodash, Shalom.